Hi guys, and welcome to this week's AlakazamMagicUK Live. I'm joined as always by the legend that is Wayne Goodman.
Whoa!
How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. How are you? I'm a bit tired. I had a busy late night last night, but apart from that, all good.
What were you doing last night?
I don't know why I'm dancing.
You always do it. You're always excited. I want some of
The
what
trouble is,
you're on.
I think because my
You've been
brother's
at the
deaf.
Christmas spirit.
I have. No, I stopped drinking 6 months ago. I had a couple, but I think because my brother's deaf, I've always gestured a lot. I'm always very expressive. When I'm on stage, I'm like, "Way," and I'm like, "Hello," and I can't help it. But when I'm looking at myself and I'm doing that, I go, "What's that idiot doing?" But there we go. I had a gig last night. It was a good one.
And that was?
It was for a healthcare company. It was for a hospital.
Oh.
And I found out that surgeons aren't liked very much, and anaesthetists are lazy.
Oh.
Every single table told me that. Don't talk to him, he's an anaesthetist, he's lazy. And don't talk to him, he's a surgeon, no one likes them. I was like, every single table told me that. It was mental. It was really good though. Yeah.
Well, it has been, I want to say a big thank you to every one of our customers, because the last couple of weeks have been crazy. Absolutely crazy here at AlakazamMagicUK. And it's getting, even though we're ramping up and it's sort of, you know, nearly Christmas, there has been an influx of great new products hitting as well. So I've got some trailers for those to show you in a minute. But if anyone's got any questions about anything, as usual, drop them here in the chat. And next Tuesday, we have got a live as per usual. But then in the evening, we've got our AlakazamMagicUK annual Christmas party, where we'll be giving away around about £1,000 of magic. So you've got to join us live on the night to be in with a chance of winning something. So that should be quite good.
It was a good one last year as well. It was really good last year, and this year again will be a great one.
It's just fun, isn't it? We just chat. We might have a competition, who knows, like a little quiz thing. Yeah, it should be good.
So I've got some people on the chat just asking how they can view the live. So I just sent them the code. Well, not the code, but the link.
I want to say as well, a big get well soon to Ian Raymond Walker, who's a little bit poorly at the moment.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Not feeling with it. He has joined us on the live though, so
that'll cheer him up.
Let's hope so. While we're chatting away, or while you're answering questions, shall I drop in a trailer?
Yes, I'm almost done here. Just listen.
I was going to say as well, hang on a moment, we have just added something new to the site. Hang on a moment. I was going to show you this because we've been getting a few new Tenyo bits in. So let me just share this with you. Here, that's the wrong one, I think, because that's still.
Can you just take the comments down as well, social media comments?
Pardon, mate? Hang on. Let me.
So if you take down the social media comment, then they'll be able to see it all as well.
Uh-huh.
While you're trying to do that, I'm just going to very, very quickly say a lot of you have been messaging in, pardon me, because you've received a free gift with your order. So you've got a small trick. So over the last couple of weeks, if you've made an order, you would have got a trick called Soccer Styles. And a lot of people are saying they can't get the instructions to work. All you need to do is redeem the code. Don't follow the URL. Redeem the code on the instruction card as you do every other trick in your account. Go to the redeem section, put it in there, and it will work. If you follow the URL, you will hit a 404. Ignore the URL. Just go straight to your account. Like all the tricks now, just put that code into the redeem section, and it will appear in your account a few seconds later.
Brilliant. I've got a couple of questions to answer quickly before I forget. So Gary has asked, will we be stocking the challenge by Mario Lopez? We did have the challenge in last week, I believe, but Harry done it on the social media and we sold out in a couple of hours. We've got the UK exclusive on the challenge at the moment, and we should be getting more in early next week. It's on the site at the moment. I'm not sure if you can pre-order it or not, but keep your eye out on the site. And if you can't pre-order it, go to the site, type in the challenge by Mario Lopez, and in the remind me when it's in box, type your email address. And then the moment it comes in and goes on the site, you'll get an email and you can pick one up. And Kevin Bowman said Mario's version of Cardwalk looks amazing. It is amazing. It looks incredible. It's coming into stock, I'm hoping, later on this week or early next week. Once again, that's another one that we've got the UK exclusive on for the next month or so. So you'll be able to find it here in AlakazamMagicUK in about a week, and it's great. And we've also got another great effect coming in by Boris Wilde as well, so look out for that as well. So there's so many good things coming in.
It's all happening in time for Christmas.
Yeah, I mean, so many great things. There was, let me just play you this, because this has, oh no, let me show you this. Hang on a minute. This is what I was going to say, because we have been getting in a lot of Tenyo stuff, and Tenyo has got a lot of fans out there. So what we've done, if I bring this on here, if you go up to this bit here, what's that called? Shop Magic, is it?
I think so, yeah.
Yep, you see we've got something called Tenyo Central. If you click on that, you've got all the sort of Tenyo bits.
Nice.
And you won't have this counter in front of it. Don't know why that's there. I do know why it's there actually, because I haven't taken it off here.
But everything, all the Tenyo effects that we have will be in there, and you can get them from that page to save you hunting for them and looking for them.
100%. And get rid of that as well.
I'm just going to throw my little penny in the bag here as well. If you haven't seen it yet and you haven't got it yet, you've got to get Missing Piece. It's such an amazing trick. I know we've got one set up in the shop. I've got my one through here. I went and bought, well, after the trailer, while the trailer's going, I'll go and grab it actually, because I bought a little easel and a let me grab it, hold on.
Yeah.
It's only here.
That's becoming one of my favourite dems in the shop.
Oh, it's so great. Good. So I got this easel, and it comes with this canvas, which I've just stuck the picture onto, and it sits on there fine. It's just a bit of Pritt stickers hold it. It holds it fine. So that's that. And this came with this, and I think it was £3 from the works. So absolutely no price whatsoever, and it just looks perfect. I put a cloth over the top of it, and it looks beautiful. So yeah, really nice. It makes it look 1,000 times, more amazing on the stage. Yeah, I love it. It's such a great trick.
So this is an interesting question, and I'm sort of, the question is, do you think that Tenyo's tricks would feel suitable for a close-up gig, or are they mainly just toys? Now,
I think it depends on the trick, doesn't it?
I think it depends on the trick. Now, the Missing Piece, all right, it's not a close-up trick. It's not saying you're going to do round tables. But no. If you're doing a parlour setting or a stage show or something like that, the Missing Piece is awesome. It's great in the shop. It will be great to have in your house as well. It will be great to have there. And the way I do it in the shop is I don't make reference to the puzzles. So the puzzles in the cabinet, I've just got the box of pieces. So I get them to select it. Would it be great if I could have predicted that? You could have chose any piece, right? You can see they're all different. Have a look behind you in that cabinet. There's a puzzle with one missing piece, and then they just walk over to it and put it in, and it's lovely. And if you had the picture in your house just on a shelf, you wouldn't have to make reference to it. Just get them to pick a piece out and then point them where to go. But that would work in a professional environment, not a close-up environment, because the prop's not a close-up prop. But I was talking to a couple of customers the other day, and I actually do think I would most probably do Mr. Danger in a close-up environment. And introduce it as, oh, when they booked me, they asked me to bring an illusion. So I bought this one. I think they were expecting the big boxes, but this will be just the same, you know. And the other thing is, because you've got that transparent man, if you were doing a wedding or something like that, you could ask for a photograph of the best man and sort of cut out his face. And do you know what I mean? You could, you know. But for those of you that haven't seen Mr. Danger, this thing is great. I'm just going to play you Harry's little performance of it, and then we'll talk about it after. But let's take a look at this.
Nobody can explain this illusion. Check this out. I've got a solid plastic man, all right? No holes for him. He is absolutely solid, doesn't bend. Then I've got a little case with his cutout on the front and a place for him inside. When he's in there, there's no room for him to wiggle, all right? He comes in and out. He cannot move anywhere. I'll close the box. He's still inside. And in fact, I'll secure it just like this. So we should now have one at the bottom and one at the top. So now he cannot move anyway, he's still in there. But check this out. 10 solid swords I'm going to put straight through him. Watch. One straight through the eye. You can see that coming out the bottom there. All right, look, that is in there. And now check this out. Every single hole I can put a sword in through the leg. In fact, you name one now. Where do you want it?
Heart.
Heart, straight through the heart. Look at that. We'll go the other eye this time. Every single one. Somehow a sword fits straight through it. Yet there's a solid plastic man in there. Honestly, I've done this maybe 10 times now. I still don't know how it works. Every single sword fits through. Check that out. You can see them in the bottom there. Look, if I push them all up, they all go up. Every single one. But watch, I'll take them all out now. Take out every single one. And somehow, you're not going to believe this, guys. I'll take off the clips. There's one. There's two. The man's in there solid. Someone explain. I'm baffled.
That is so good.
The bonkers thing is, I don't know how it works, so I haven't got it yet. I've ordered one, but I haven't had them arrived yet. The bonkers thing is, I know how it should work, but I can't see how it can work.
Yeah.
Because I don't understand how it can work.
Well, the thing is, there's a couple of questions I just want to answer about it here. Lee Alex said, will you be getting more Mr. Danger? Now, we have got some next door. They're not showing on the website yet because we don't know how many we've got left after doing all the back orders. So if you're interested in one, once again, fill out that remind me when they're in, because we will be putting a stock level up either today or tomorrow. And if you miss them, Murphy's, the supplier, are now out of stock. So I doubt there'll be any more till the new year. So if you want one, fill in that box. Steve Smith said, do you use the missing piece plastic box or something else to add the pieces? In the shop at the moment, I'm using the plastic box because it's nice and small and compact. But I would say I wouldn't use a bag. I would use, if you want to replace it, get yourself a little Tupperware box. Something where they can clearly see the pieces in, they can put the lid on, shake it all about, take the lid off, pour it out. You want it to be hands off, that's the beauty of it. And I do want to say as well, with Mr. Danger, your spectator, I just did it to someone in the shop earlier, and your spectator, you know, they can examine the man, they can examine the box, they place the man in the box, they close the lid, they can push the swords through. And I actually performed it on a customer when they turned up without reading the instructions. And all I did was follow those procedures and the thing worked. And I'm sitting there thinking I ain't got a clue what's going on.
I cannot wait to get it because I can't work out. I know what's supposed to be happening. I know.
The problem
I know how
is, you even when you do it, because the box is closed,
you still don't know how it's done.
You still, I mean, with a bit of fiddling about and messing about, you can sort of work out how it's happening. You'll know how it's happening. The other thing I will say is whatever is going on is locked before and instantly locked after, and you're doing nothing apart from putting it together.
So it really epitomises the self-working, really. You just put the man inside, close it, lock it, put the swords through, take them out, open it, and it's all done for you.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Let me have it. Magic Man says, will toothpicks fit through the hole? I'm not sure actually. I haven't tried it. I mean, the holes are really there, so anything small enough. I think a toothpick will be too fat personally, because they're only small holes. But yeah, you can try it out. Also, Philip Austin said, do you find with the puzzle that people may have a tendency to pick up other pieces? I will say, Phil, I've done it loads and no one, but then once again, it's how you present it. So what I do is I get them to shake it up, I get them to spread them out face down, spread them out on the table, and I say, now what I want you to do is just slide one of the pieces towards you. And as they slide it, I just say, look, you could have had this, this, and this. And then I pick them all up, put them away, and I say, hold it between your hands, let's build the suspense. And then if if the puzzle's beside me, it will be covered. I can unveil it and bring it forward. Otherwise, if it's in the cabinet behind them, I tell them to turn around and walk over to the cabinet. You see there's a puzzle in there with one piece missing. But no, I've never had anyone even think it. But like anything, I think with self-working effects, I think spectator management, with any effect you do, spectator management is key. And the problem is, I think a lot of the time, when you see people that say, oh, well, this happened, that happened, it's because they're paying too much attention to those things. We were discussing this, I think, last week when I was talking about the assassin.
Yes.
And someone came up to me and said, oh, you know, every time I've done it, people say, oh, you've got a magic wallet. And I said, well, you know, he asked me for a lesson on it. So I said, I'll give you a lesson. I said, but the first thing I want to do is watch you perform it. And he performed it, and literally every sentence included the word wallet. It's not a special wallet.
It's normal wallet. It's a normal wallet. Nothing special.
Yeah, you can't see through my wallet. You can't. Why could someone even presume you could see through a wallet?
I think this is a common trait with magicians, though, isn't it? They want to. Some magicians will try and overcompensate and over. It's like when you say, "Look, I've got an absolutely ordinary, normal deck of cards here."
Yeah.
Well, okay. Spectators do know there are trick decks out there, but if you don't put that thought into their mind, they're not even going to think it. If it is a normal deck of cards, you let them shuffle and whatever. You don't need to overcompensate and go too far the other way. Just check these cards out. All the cards are different. I'm going to ask you to choose one. That's enough. You know.
And the thing is, you think of a normal person's reaction, right? So a normal person's reaction. So if we were doing this puzzle thing, and I'll go, and Wayne, all the pieces are normal, your instinct is to go, yeah, they are, to pick it up. But if I don't, you're already perceiving that everything is as it should be. But as soon as I highlight the fact, even though in your mind you might think they are, it's a natural response. Go, and pick one up. But if you're not thinking it, why am I highlighting that to you? You know, the thing is, these tools that we use are...
Sorry.
Yeah, go on.
It's like when somebody goes, oh, yeah, do you want to look around the house? Yeah. Honestly, there's not a dead body in that cupboard.
Yeah,
What's
don't bother looking in there.
Yeah, don't bother looking in there. There's nothing to see in that cupboard. There's no dead body in there. Should we go upstairs? You know.
But I would say that is the biggest thing that someone will learn when they go out and perform.
Yeah.
Is the spectator management. For one, you realise how much you can actually get away with, and two, you realise how spectator management is everything, and how having stuff examined and worrying about this, that, and the other is nothing. It really doesn't come into it.
Do you know one of my favourite examples of this was when we first released Look Sharp?
Yep.
And the very first time, so what was that, about 15, 17 years ago?
Yeah.
And I got a message on Facebook or Bebo or whatever we were using at the time. Bebo, remember that? This guy MySpaced me, and he said, yeah, it's a nice idea, but it will never work in the real world. It's just yeah, the spectator's going to notice it, they're going to see it straight away. A nice idea, but I'm sorry, rubbish. And I tried to convince him, and then about a month later he sent me a message back going, look, I bought it, and I'm going to say to you that it works every time and I love it.
Yeah.
And it is like taking it out and actually doing it and going, they're not going to realise, just get out there and do it. And he did, and to his credit, he came back to me and apologised and said it does work, it is brilliant.
Yeah.
But it is when it's not until you actually go out and do it. And that doesn't mean necessarily gigging, it means doing it to your mates in the pub, doing it for your family. But don't just do it as a, oh, look at this little trick I've got. Perform it. Do you know what I love about when I talk to you in the mornings, that Pete, is when you're showing me a trick, you don't show me a trick, you perform it with all the script and the pattern. It's not just a, oh Wayne, look at this, right, and you do this, you do that, and then that happens, right, which would be fine, but you have to go, here Wayne, I want you to imagine, and then also it's a full performance of it. And that's what you need to do when you, even if you're just doing it for your daughter or your son or your kids or your nephews or your friends at the dinner table or your family, whoever, perform it, don't show it, perform it, make it a piece.
Yeah, that's a good point, because like, and we do that a lot. I'll perform stuff to you, but if I didn't perform it to you, you wouldn't be able to say, oh, that bit needs.
Yeah.
Because if I said to you like, oh, and then you're going to pick a card, then you're going to see every move I'm doing. Whereas if I'm performing it and you go, do you know what, that was great, but that bit, I think you need to. So if I perform it, I'm going to get a reaction from you that's a valid reaction, instead of having to go, oh yeah, but obviously when I perform it, it'll be different.
Which is like when you did that thing with the dice at the table.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, on the last one, do that, and you're like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, I mean that's how you grow and progress, and you know. But I think it is important. I think it's really important that, yeah, that's where you learn. But you know, sleight of hand is important. All knowing the methods, learning the routines are really, really important. But it's the stuff that you don't learn off the videos or you don't learn in the books, which is where the real education is. And that's like audience management, being aware of your lines of sight. I talk about this in one of my books, in the restaurant book mainly. You know, if you're performing to a table here, be aware that these tables might be able to see you over here. You know, being aware of where people are, all these sort of things, how to pull applause and all that, all these sort of things are so important and make you a better performer. Last night I did a trick for one of the tables, and I could have just left it there, but at the end one of the guys jumped back in his chair and I went, yay, and then the whole table went, yay, and everyone's looking over, and all of a sudden I've turned a great finish into a show-stopping finish, but now the whole room is aware of it, all from me just reacting to this guy going, oh my god, that's amazing, and I'm and again, expressive, but you know, it's those things that you only learn through performing. They're the only way of doing it, and again, you don't have to be a paid gig working magician to do this. You can do it yourself at home, but you've got to, it's that mindset, you've got to go, I'm not showing a trick, I am performing an effect, I'm performing a routine, and and control your voice and control the people watching, and it makes it the whole package, and all of a sudden you'll notice that you're getting better reactions. You're, rather than going, oh yeah, that's nice, they're going, what the hell did you do, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Even
when you're doing, I hear so many magicians, and to be fair, you know, we've all done it, when you do the wipe test, perform it. Don't just do it, because, you know, all right, Jenny's been in the business for a long time, but she will know when I'm about to do something, or she'll pick up on this, that and the other. Whereas if you perform it and build in whatever misdirection you're going to use, and this is why I always say to people, nowadays, we've all got mobile phones and things with cameras on them. Don't practice in front of a mirror. Practice in front of your camera, record it, do not look at the camera, but when you're practicing, and this is the way I practice still, is I will have, if it's an effect that needs a person sitting to my left and right, in my mind, I will have a person sitting to my left and right, I will name them, and during my performance, I will turn and talk to them, so I can watch it back and then go, okay, I need to turn more this way when I'm doing that, or to cover this, I need to do that. If I was just practicing the slides, but not worrying about my angle, the other thing is as well, if you film it like that, you can watch it back, and you can probably, if you've done it correctly, misdirect yourself.
Yes.
Because your eyes should be following what everyone's else's eyes should be following, you know, and that is most probably the best tip that I can give anyone, is film yourself, but film yourself actually performing it, even if there's no one there. Interact with them, talk to them. I mean, it sounds a bit weird, but you know, ask them the questions and everything, because you'll be able to see your timing, and timing's everything.
Timing is everything. The other thing I'll say to add on to that as well is, I very quickly learned to use my camera on my computer here, as opposed to using a mirror. Because when you look into a mirror, you're seeing a mirror image, whereas when you're looking at the camera, you are seeing what the spectator sees. So when I want to do a slide like this and I want to make the coin disappear, I now see it exactly as the spectator's going to see it, not a reversed version of it, which means I can. And so when I'm trying to work out, I've got to move my hand more this way, I've got to do this, I haven't got to work out the reverse of it. I can see it. So now I'm watching it here, I can see exactly what I need to do at exactly the moment that I need to do it. And it's a lot easier to learn than using a mirror.
Yeah, 100%. And you're not worried about watching it. That's the only thing. When you're doing a mirror, you're just watching yourself, you know, rather than, like I said, if you're filming it, you're not looking at X, you're going to watch it back later. Don't worry, the camera's not there. Right, just to answer a couple of questions that are coming in. Darren Bain said he likes the look of Botox. I'm going to play the trailer for that in a moment. Do you know if the finished item is a giveaway that is easily available? Yeah, it is just like a little gold bow. So any small gold bow will be great as a giveaway. You can just buy loads of them.
Can I just quickly say as well, I was in Pound Shop in my town today, and because it's Christmas time, they're doing packs of different coloured bows, or you can buy single colours as well, I think, but you can buy packs of them, and they had like 50 of them in a packet for like a pound. Yeah. So now's the time to go and get them while it's Christmas time, and then you can do that. I'm going to be doing that on my Christmas Day show, or Christmas Eve show.
Yeah, it's great. Harry did it on our socials today. And it is such a great little trick, such an off-the-wall thing, whether you're going to a Christmas party, whether you're gigging, whether you're doing social media, or you've just got your parents or friends round at Christmas. It's just a fun little bit to do. You know, you can, even if you're in a shop, you can pretend you find the piece of ribbon on the counter, just walk past, pick it up like this, produce the thingy. But also you don't have to do the bit up nose. The bit up nose is fun, but you don't have to do it. You can literally just let it sort of vanish into your hand, and then you end up. But let me let's drop the trailer. We'll have a look.
Let's have a little look, see.
Last Christmas, I posted this video which absolutely blew up. I was hammered with DMs with people asking where they could learn this effect, and I didn't release it. I leaked a tutorial to a few of my favorite magic influencers. They posted it. All of their videos absolutely blew up too, and I've decided to finally release it to the magic market. Just in time for Christmas 2022, I'm presenting to you my new trick, Botox. What a good name, Botox, but it's spelled like B-O-W. Botox is a way to visually transform a ribbon into a bow in slow motion, which you can then hand out as a souvenir. Whilst I created Botox with Christmas in mind, you can genuinely use it for any occasion. I'm talking bar mitzvahs, Valentine's Day, birthdays, other occasions are there. Christmas again. Included in the Botox tutorial is two handlings, one which is more designed for like real life environments where you turn it in slow motion, and another one which I'm really proud of is one built for social media where you snort the ribbon up your nose and out of your mouth comes a little bow. My name is Luke Oseland and this is Botox. That's what you get when you're in a capital city.
I love the ending.
Botox is great. The bow can be handed out. There's nothing wrong with a bow. Yeah, it's a great little trick. We've got those in stock. Once again, another AlakazamUK exclusive. We're getting loads of these little exclusives. But these are in stock. I don't think we've got that many left, but you can pick one up. Now Harry's done it on socials. I think they're going to sell very quick. So grab one while you can. That's that. What else have we looked at? We've looked at this. This bad boy. Look at that.
Oh,
Still
yes.
sealed. Hello.
I can't wait for mine to get here. Can I just point out an older trick? I was at this gig last night. It was healthcare for a hospital. It was the whole team of the hospital there.
Yeah.
And they were having a conference. It was their AGM, and then I was booked for the dinner. And I saw this in my case, and I thought, do you know what? I'll stick it in. And then somebody mentioned it. This is a great one for Christmas, and it's not a Christmas trick. But this is Surprise Cinema Club. Yeah,
Yes.
a brilliant trick, right? But a lot of people associate. There we go. A lot of people associate Christmas with movies. So
Yeah.
last night I said, well, do you know what, the last couple of years, you know, me and my daughter, we've been watching Christmas movies at home. This year we're going to make the effort. We're going to go to the cinema. And actually, I'm part of this secret cinema club. And I went into it, and I got a better reaction than just going, "Oh, here, do you like movies? You know, check this out." It's such a great little one that you can really, because people associate movies with Christmas, throw it in. As I said, Alex, yep, the QR code will take you to a 404 page, not 402, 404 page. Take that code, go to your Alakazam account, go to the redeem section, put the code in there, and then after a few moments, it should appear inside your download section. Can I just very quickly add to that as well, that whenever you put a code into that section, it can take 3, 4, 5, 10 minutes before it will appear in the download section, depending on how busy the system is. But if you want to speed it up, or it tends to speed it up, a good option is to refresh the page or log out and log back in again, and you'll usually find it's in there. It doesn't always work, but it usually works and brings it straight onto
I think what it is it's waiting for the system to do a background refresh, and then I think by you doing the front refresh, just refreshes it. Couple of things here. Rich Relish says you should try to get in Adam Wilber's new colour routine. I personally have one. That's the one I showed you last week, Wayne.
Yeah, lovely.
It's brilliant. I've written a couple of routines for it, Rich. If you haven't got them already, he'll be sending them out soon, I think. But yeah, that is something that we are looking to get into stock. It's a beautiful routine. Do you know what?
And the pop was lovely.
I came up with a killer routine for it Sunday, right? So it was in here, killer routine, worked it all out. And then I had to go and get some kidney beans or whatever. So I walked to Tesco's all the way down there. I'm working it all out. Jenny was going out Sunday. She goes, "You're going to watch a movie?" "No, I'm going to write this routine out for Adam Wilber." I wrote the whole routine out. As I was getting to the end, I went, "This ain't going to work." It's not going to work. And literally my whole day, it was all worked out in here, put it all down onto paper. And when I got to the very end, I went, "It ain't going to work."
Brilliant. Well, that's good to know. It's good to share though, because like, you know, a lot of people think that, you know, as a creator, we just instantly just sit there all day going, "Yeah, another one. Oh, yeah, another one." And it's not, you know, a lot of work goes into them. And like, I've got a new one that I'm breaking at the moment with a little reward card thing. And I did it for the last couple of gigs that I've had over the weekend, and it's going down really well. But already in 2 gigs performing it, it's completely transformed from the original idea to a much better routine. And it takes time, takes effort, and sometimes you do stuff and it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And you have to go, "Yeah, it was a good idea, but that's not gonna work in the real world." So it's good to, you know, yeah.
It's something that I'm still gonna see. This is the thing, the way I had it wouldn't work, but that doesn't mean the premise won't work if I tweak it. I don't know how I'm going to tweak it, but it was one of those things, you know, when you have this moment, you go, "Oh my God, this is going to be amazing." And you type it all out. And it's only when I got to the very end, I thought, it's not possible. It can't happen. But yeah, that was my Sunday gone.
I had these made ages ago, and I was playing around with them, and I had a great idea, and I was like, yeah, and again like that, I was buzzing with the idea. I was thinking, I can make that work. I can make that work. And then when I tried it, I went, yeah, but if I do that, then the other options don't work. It works for that one option, but the other options.
That's the thing. It is just, it is one of those things. It's the creative process, isn't it? For every trick that I release with my name on it, I would say 15 to 20 tricks don't come out, at least.
When I came down to you that first time, and I brought Look Sharp to show you, I think I showed you 4 tricks. 3 of them were other tricks that I was playing around with, and then I saved Look Sharp till last. And to this day, I can't think what those other tricks were. And I knew, but yeah, for every trick you do, you've got a whole pile of them. It's a pyramid, isn't it? You've got all these other tricks there, and at the very top is the one that you release. And then when you get to it, some of these move on to the next pyramid, some of them get washed away and never get looked at again. Yeah. And that's the way it works.
Right. Let me Darren Bain says, I believe there is an add-on of some kind to the Mirage coin set coming out. There is not an add-on to the Mirage coin set. What we are doing is we've got a few new coin things coming out from Craig Petty, but they're going to be within what we call the Mirage collection. So the Mirage collection will be a collection of high-end coin effects or sets. So don't think that it's, even saying that though, you will be able to use a couple of the coins that you get in the Mirage set with the new apparition for one of the routines, but you don't have to have the Mirage coin set to do this trick. So it's not an add-on, but it's going to form part of the Mirage collection of coins, if you know what I mean. It does sound confusing. Roy Brownlow said, is Mr. Danger a DIY build like 5 strings? No, it isn't. Literally, you can get it out of the box and perform it on yourself, and it will just work. It's amazing. Hey, that's real magic. Should we drop another trailer?
Yeah. I'm trying to think what ones we got today, because I was going to say, but I can't think which ones you've got now.
I'll tell you what we've got. We have got a few things, because a lot has been coming in. I'll tell you what I'll play. Let's do this one. Now, this effect I first performed, I would say, between 25 and 30 years ago, I'd hazard a guess. And they've just come back in now. The gimmick is better than it was when I used to perform it. And yeah, it's one of those things, you'll know what it is straight away, but it's one of those things where when you see it, you go, why did I stop performing it? It's really that good. So let's have a quick look at this.
This one is blank, and this one is blank, and this one, and this one, and this one, and this one, and they're all blank.
Let me check spots.
Put your audience on ice with Dean Dill's Blizzard. This one's blank. This one's blank. They're all, every single one. None of them are printed. You ask the spectator to name any card they want. It's truly a free choice. There's no fishing procedure, no equivoque, and no force. You remove the selected card along with its 3 mates. The audience mixes those cards up face down, and you are able to successfully divine which one is their selected card. And that's when things get weird. That one.
No, it's not.
That's the Queen of Diamonds. No, that one had to be the Queen of Diamonds.
It is.
No, it had to be.
Yeah.
You know why?
Why?
Because that couldn't be the Queen of Diamonds. And that couldn't be the Queen of Diamonds. And that couldn't be the Queen of Diamonds. Because this deck, the Queen of Diamonds is the only card that's printed. This card isn't printed, this card isn't printed, this card isn't printed. None of them are printed. This one is blank. And this one is blank. And this one, and this one, and this one, and this one, and they're all blank. Impossibly, the only printed card is the card that the audience selected, and the rest of the deck is completely blank. Best of all, everything is examinable. Blizzard comes with a special deck and a secret gimmick that makes this miracle possible. As a special bonus, you'll be getting Anthony Miller's Colossal Blizzard and Magic Ballet's Colossal Blizzard 2.0. I'm Eric Tate, and this is Dean Dill's Blizzard.
I love it.
Yeah, it's great. I met Dean about 48 hours before he died.
Really?
I was in Vegas. Yeah, I was in Vegas, and I was with my mate JJ. It was when you were there.
Oh,
it was when you were
I was
there.
at Magic Live.
And went to see Lance Burton's show, and Dean was in the audience. And afterwards, we went down. We were at the back, so we went down and met Dean and his family. Lovely family. Had a lovely chat with him. And he said, "Have you met Lance Burton before?" And I said, "No." And he said, "Well, hang around. I'll introduce you." And I was like, "Oh, brilliant!" And then the security guard came out and went, "You two go." We got kicked out, and yeah. And then Dean went through, and then we didn't see him again. And then 2 days later, he was driving home and was in a collision and died. Very sad. Really, really sad. And he was such a lovely, lovely guy. Really lovely guy.
Yeah,
Just,
I never got to meet him, but I've only heard great things about him. Great creator as well.
Very, very soft-spoken and very nice and just very welcoming. Yeah, we walked up to him, just two guys in a show, like, "Hi, we're magicians from England, live in Spain." And he was like, "Hey, man, hey, come meet my family." And it was like a proper, yeah, it was lovely. Such a shame. But that's a great trick as well. Blizzard is, I've got a copy of it here somewhere. Blizzard's amazing. It's such a beautiful effect.
It's great, and that's in stock now. I don't know if we've got many of them left, but they are in stock. The gimmick is great as well. I will say one of the things that, and this is no great shakes, but one of the things that I used to do is when you're at that position of revealing everything is blank, I used to do, so I would reveal the 3 cards are blank, and I used to go, but you could have only chose the 3 of diamonds, or the Queen of Diamonds, whatever it is. And they have got a free choice of that card, so they can name any card in the deck. And all I'll do is, instead of just saying, because this one's blank, I would sort of go, because if you would have named the 3 of clubs, that wouldn't have existed. If you would have named the 7 of spades, that wouldn't have existed. In fact, the King of Hearts wouldn't have existed. The da-da-da wouldn't have existed. In fact, none of these cards. And it was just that moment to pause, because I always felt that, do they really understand that the card they've named, they know it's the only one printed, but do they really understand that the only card they named was, do you know what I mean? Because that's a powerful thing. The only card that you named, or the only card in that pack, is the card you named. And I felt by sort of slowing this bit down and say, because if you would have named the King of Spades, it wouldn't have existed. And then they're going,
that's
oh my
the
God.
moment that it changes. That's the moment in their eyes.
That's it, because I looked at it as if I was telling them what the card was. Do you know what I mean? And I'd go, if you would have chose the 3 of clubs, it wouldn't have existed. And then I'd wait and look at the card as if I'm going to tell them what it is. And you're right, that's the moment in their mind that it's changing. I'm looking at the 7, and as I'm turning it over, it's vanishing. And I did find, for me, that would get me a better reaction. Even those moments when I turned them over, because that's what's going on in their mind, that's an effect in itself. You know?
Yeah, lovely.
Just want to say a few shout outs as well. Paul Cunningham said, "Love you guys from the US." Thank you very much, Paul. Magic Man is here. David Blair is here. Roy Brownlow, Darren Bain, Alex Bow, Rich Relish, Steve Smith, Ian Raymond Walker, Tom Rolfe, Lee, Alex, Phil Austin. So thank you very much for joining us, guys. And we're getting more in next week. But we've started to stock up on Amazing Tenyo. So if you've been waiting for the cash, that's now back in stock. Invisible Zone. This hasn't been available for years, and this was exchanging hands for quite big money just a few months ago. These are back in stock. And of course we have missing piece. But if you check on our site, like I said, under Tenyo Central, you will see a huge collection of Tenyo effects that you can get your hands on.
Very nice.
Yeah, very nice indeed.
I'm
And
just
Magic Man said Dean's box is a classic.
Yeah, Dean's box is amazing. I've got a couple of friends who perform it. I never owned one, but yeah, it's a beautiful trick. Just going to do a quick shout out for our good friend Tommy Burnett in New York. Tonight he's got a absolutely free show. You can view it on Facebook, and you can go to if you go to his profile, there's a link on there. So if you want to get tickets, it's absolutely free. And I'm on it tonight.
Yeah.
Don't know what I'm doing yet. I'm Zigzag Raccoon last week.
Who else is on?
I can tell you. Rabina will be on. She's on every week. Let me just go into here. Hold on. I will.
Does Rabina do a new act every week?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. She does something. It's always something brand new every single week. So tonight's show is, and it's at 10 o'clock English time, which is 5 p.m. Central. It's 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10 p.m. GMT. It's called the Tuesday Night Magic Theatre, and tonight there is Rabina, Magic Mitch, me, Tommy, Kevin Peel, John. Hold on, I can't see the name there. John Nolander and Alan Fisher.
Nice.
Nice little lineup. So
nice.
we all be like 5-10 minutes each. It's a nice little thing. And if anybody's got kids, or if you haven't got kids and you want to watch it, on Christmas Eve at 6 p.m, I'm going to be doing a free show on Facebook. So it'll be half an hour, 45 minutes of magic for the family to help you calm down before the kids go to bed, etc. Or if you haven't got kids and you just want to watch, there'll be something for the adults as well. And that's on Facebook on my profile at 6 p.m. on 6 p.m. UK time on Christmas Eve, 24th of December.
Perfect. Roy Brownlow keeps saying, "Do your cards, Wayne?" Question mark.
Oh, thank you, Roy. That wasn't set up, by the way.
David Blair said his kids will love that.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, well, it's a free show. It's just on my profile. If you haven't got me on Facebook, you can add me or follow me, and then you should be notified when it comes up, and it'll be 6 o'clock. I am speaking to Kevin Peel later on, because when he does his Wednesday night open mic shows, he does it through Zoom, but then streams it to Facebook. Right. So I'm going to see if I can do that, because then I might even be able to get a couple of special guests on to perform as well.
Nice. And you'll be able to get some interaction
as well. And I'm also thinking about maybe I might be able to play a video, but make it look live, and maybe have a special visitor come in.
Oh.
Which would make it a bit more for the kids watching. I think that'd be really, really cool if I introduced him and he walked, and yeah, I think that'd be quite cool and fun to do. So thank you. Well, yeah, I've got a new release. I've brought out a small set of 13 cards. It's the Wayne Goodman comedy cards, and you get 13 cards in it. And they are gags that go into your wallet. So I used to be a big fan of the Card Collector when they used to sell these, and they were like £1.50, £2 each. And you'd go in and choose the ones you wanted. And there's always been some that I wanted to do. So shall I do a run through of them, Pete?
Yes, please. And so, just people aware, these are not intended to be performed like you're going to perform them.
No, yeah, you don't go through all of them. I have. I've got only one of them in my Stealth Assassin. I've got a couple in my Infinity, because that looks like it is my everyday wallet. So I've got. I'll go through and I'll show you. Yeah, you just have one or two. Now I did release some years gone by, and they were double-sided, but these ones aren't. So that you can have it in your wallet, and it will just sit there like that or whatever, and it doesn't give away the gag. So some of them are old, some of them are original. We've got the barcode gag. If you don't know this, you ask someone to name, you have it here, and you say name any item in a supermarket. The way I do it is I say name a supermarket, name an aisle, name a product, and name a price. And I say, if this is Tesco's aisle 2, fresh veg, cucumbers, 99p, would you be impressed? They say yes, and you turn it around, and it's a barcode. And this is one of my favourite ones. Harry took my other one of these. It's spot the difference. Can you spot the 8 differences on those 2 cards? And they are, the only differences are, each difference is a leg on the spider. It's so funny. That got a huge laugh last night. I was really pleased with that. This is one of my favourite. This is actually in 2 or 3 of my wallets. This is my class photo. Can you spot me? I'm the one up here in the corner.
Recognise that face anywhere.
That was astronomy class. You can see. I'm not going to do that gag. This is the monkey game. Don't look at the monkey. Game over. Again, stupid gag gets a really big laugh. This is the photograph that I took. It's a bit grainy. This is so that other one is my class photo. This is my school photo. Do you want to see my school photo? Now they're expecting a picture with like a whole school full of kids. It's literally just a picture of my local primary school. This is my old school photo, which is the same one but in black and white. The classic no joke. This is another great one. Think you can't be fooled. But when most people read it, they will say it's think you can't be fooled. It's a great line. This is a picture of my ex. This is a colouring picture for lazy people.
I love that.
It's so stupid. And of course, this was a classic, actually. I was speaking to a friend of mine yesterday, and he said, I've still got this one. And I said, well, I've updated it. This is the classic Pride and Joy card. So you have this in and say, oh, do you want to see my Pride and Joy? And they go, yeah. And then you bring it out and you show it. And yeah, it's so silly. So these are available now. And they're not on the site yet, are they, Peter? I'll need to send you some down as well. I can do that today. Yes. But yeah, they're going to be. They will be going up, and yeah, you can get them, and they're very good, and I really like them. And I'm running out of words to say now. But yeah,
the thing is, just to have 1 or 2 of them in your wallet,
yeah,
it is great. I know when Chris Congreve did his, I think it was his first academy here. He had a card to wallet routine, and he would produce a few cards. There'll be 3 or 4 or 2 or 3, but in quick succession. And that was, even though the magic was great, that was a big talking point. And with Harry, Harry started, he's got 2 or 3 in his wallet, including that mini boomerang, just for that moment where you sort of bring out, oh, do you want to see a picture of my ex? Show him it. Oh, do you want to, and you bring out a boomerang and you go, I thought I threw that away. And it's just those little bits, they just add a nice bit of comedy and calm it down before the big hit as well, you know?
Yeah. When I do, so I've got, in my Infinity wallet, I've got one of the Craig Petty pictures, it's the Tom Cruise one, and the baby gag. And that gets such a big laugh. And people go, oh, for goodness sake, you know, when other magicians go, oh, that's, you know, these, but they really work and the spectators really love them. I wouldn't have put them out if I didn't think that people, you know, would enjoy them. But yeah, I really love them. They're great gags. I use all of them in my other shows. That's set 1. I am working on set 2 and set 3. Set 2 will be ready in the new year sometime, and then set 3 later on in the year. They're my A material gags. They're in all my main wallets and in different places. So, and they just so.
No, I was going to say they're going to be on our site, are they?
Yeah, I can get some sent down, so they'll be down in the shop tomorrow. I'll get them. I either go to the post office or I can get them picked up and delivered. I'll get them guaranteed for tomorrow. Get them sent down.
Cool, brilliant. So, guys, you should be able to order those on our website later on this evening.
Cool. That's exciting, isn't it?
Nice.
I do like the gag. Everyone who knows me and has seen me before knows I've always got jokes. If it's the little Nemo, I've got a little tiny, it's on the floor down here, I've got a little tiny Darth Vader, it's about this big. And this is more for the adults than the kids. And I say, oh, don't let the kids in, it's a choking hazard, right? Because Darth Vader chokes everybody, right? And it's a lot of people don't get the gag, but I think it's hilarious. And it's just I've got so many gags I carry on me when I'm working. They don't take up any space, really. I've got the broken wine glass. I did that last night as well. It's another brilliant gag. You put the wine glass, I was at a wedding. Oh my goodness, I was at a wedding, and I picked up the wine glass from the bride and the groom, and it wasn't a special one for them. It was just on the table, and I did the thing, and the base bit falls off, and I'm like, oh sorry, and I screw it back on again, and I gave it to them, And I took it, and I went, no, it's completely fine. Took it, tapped it on the table, and the whole thing just shattered in my hand.
Oh, man.
And the groom just looked at me and went, go on, do it again. I was mortified. I was like, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I'm like, I am insured. And I went, no, it's fine. It's not the glass. But it was sort of like, oh my goodness, that's unbelievable. It was just like, tap, 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 it's fine. And then, chink. Oh, yeah, maybe not as fine as I thought it was.
The thing is, these things happen. They do happen. Right, so we've got another trailer to play you as well. Now,
we're running out of time as well.
We are running out of time, so I'm going to drop this one quick. But this is something that is really cool. The deck inside here is beautifully made. The design of the tarots are lovely as well. And it's been designed in such a way that even if you've never done a reading before, this will give you the information you need to do a reading if you want to add the reading part into it. But you don't have to add the reading part into it. But it's not cheap, but I think it's worth every penny. I think the effect is strong. I think the cards are beautiful and they're gimmicked really well. So let's take a look at this.
This one is blank, and this one is blank.
Do you remember at the beginning
Yeah.
where I showed you that I wrote on the back of 3 of the cards?
Yes.
Let me show you which ones I wrote on.
Okay.
The Emperor to represent Temperance to represent your
Present Future is a stunning triple prediction and allows you to reveal intimate details about somebody that you have never met. Here's what happens. You display a tarot deck and explain you have written the words past, present, and future on the back of 3 cards. The identity of these cards is a mystery. The deck is turned face up, mixed, and the spectator names 3 of the tarot cards, one to represent their past, one for the present, and a final card to represent their future. Along the way, you'll give readings on each card chosen, sharing insights about your spectator's life that you couldn't possibly know.
But you're also kind of in a state of like maintaining things, trying to keeping things in order.
Is there any way I could have known that?
No, there's no way you could have done that.
But you need to keep your inner peace and your inner calm to move forward. Does that feel right to you?
More than you would actually know right now.
Unbelievable.
Finally, you prove their selections were destined to be chosen.
There's no way.
You turn over the named tarot cards to reveal they are the same ones displayed at the beginning, the past, present, and future.
Did you feel like you had a free choice? Yeah. You did? You didn't.
I think it was your fate.
I don't know what you did in your past, Brooke, but the devil sure represented it.
What did you do in your past, bro?
I cannot believe this.
All 3 cards are genuinely a free choice, which means the performance is unique and personalized every time that you do it. And because the cards do all the work for you, you can focus purely on your performance, giving you the chance to connect with your audience in truly meaningful ways. You will receive this beautiful deck of special tarot cards. These cards can be handled effortlessly and shown as individual cards, but the secret gives you access to the hidden predictions at all times. So there are no special moves you have to learn. And the custom tuck box contains a cheat sheet that will allow you to give masterful tarot readings, even if you've never done it before.
I love this so much. I love this so much.
You'll learn everything with me in the included instructional video. This is one of the most impactful tricks that you will ever perform. Past, Present, Future by Rick Lax.
So that's past, present and future. They are in stock now. And I will say the last time we run out of these, or the last time Penguin run out of them, it was a good couple of years before they got them back. So, you know, it's one of those things that, and it doesn't, a lot of people see tarot and think of Halloween. You could do this anytime. It's beautiful when you've got those sort of sit down moments, maybe after a gig where someone's asked you to see something else and you're in the bar or whatever. Perfect for that. And perfect even now, going to parties. People are fascinated by tarot and readings and stuff like that. It's a great little effect. So
I've got the I was going to say, I've got the original version of that, and this new version looks so much nicer. The cards are better, they're clearer, they're more visual. The writing is better. I'm going to be picking one up because it's much, for me, it looks a lot nicer and friendlier than the other one did.
Yeah.
It looks, and apparently they've upgraded the quality of the stock as well, and it looks amazing. And it's one of those
images are great as well.
They really jump out. When I was watching the first one, saw the trailer for it, I was like, oh yeah, I've seen it. And then I looked at it and went, wow, that's striking. Yeah, it's lovely.
Yeah. Darren Bain said,
here we go.
We haven't spoke about Poison 2 yet. Do you know what, Darren? I'm going to push to get that out the first quarter of next year. It purely is just because the tutorial video hasn't been edited and the trailer and everything. The cards have been here for over a year, I think now, have they?
Don't tell him that.
But it will be coming. It will be coming. So, Wayne, that brings us to the end of this week's AlakazamMagicUK Live.
But that does mean we are 1 hour closer to next week's Christmas party.
Oh, when's that happening?
1 hour. That's happening next Tuesday. So this time next Tuesday, this won't be here. I'll be sat opposite you on the other table for the live. And then once the live is finished, it is full systems go, getting ready for the Christmas party in the evening. I'm so excited.
It's going to be great.
Make sure you got it in your diary. So 7 o'clock, isn't it? We're going to start.
7 o'clock we're going to start. Go on to about 9 or 10 o'clock. I'm going to see if I can get some special guests to dial in. If we can't, it don't matter. We've got plenty of magic to give away. We'll have lots of stuff to talk about. And we'll be showing some trick trailers. It'll be like an extended Happy Christmas Live.
Yeah, it'll be good fun.
As usual, we do ask people if they can to put pictures of them watching the Christmas Live on their Facebook page, and we choose one of those and they get a prize as well.
Nice.
And we ask for various little different things. I had another question. Have you got any more coin sets coming out? We certainly have. There was supposed to be one out this week, but it's been delayed. And if you've got this week's newsletter, you'll see it just here. But it has been delayed. I think it's going to be out early January. But I'm excited because I've been working on the first quarter's releases of next year. And yeah.
Got some good stuff coming out.
Indeed we do. Indeed we do. And there's some re-releases going to be hitting next for the first quarter of next year as well. So first or second quarter. Tricks that we've been out of stock of for years. And they're sort of the ones that people always ask us about as well. So they've been improved and they're coming out again. So really excited about that. So Wayne, as always, thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me. I will be on the chat. I've got some filming to do this afternoon, but I'm going to be on the chat later on, throughout the day. So if anybody needs anything, come onto the chat and ask a question. Have a great week, and I'll see you next week.
Brilliant. And guys, thank you for joining us. Remember, we are here next Tuesday at 2 o'clock for our normal Tuesday live, but then also at 7 o'clock for our AlakazamMagicUK annual Christmas party. So join us for those, and we will see you next week. I will leave you with the trailer for Botox.
Oh, okay. I was going to say Mr. Danger.
Oh, what one should we have?
Mr. Danger.
Mr. Danger. Okay, here we go, guys. We'll see you later.
Nobody can explain this illusion. Check this out. I've got a solid plastic man, all right? No holes for him. He is absolutely solid, doesn't bend. Then I've got a little case with his cutout on the front and a place for him inside. When he's in there, there's no room for him to wiggle, all right? He comes in and out. He cannot move anywhere. I'll close the box. He's still inside. And in fact, I'll secure it just like this. So we should now have one at the bottom and one at the top. So now he cannot move anyway, he's still in there. But check this out. 10 solid swords I'm going to put straight through him. Watch. 1 straight through the eye. You can see that coming out the bottom there. All right, look, that is in there. And now check this out. Every single hole I can put a sword in through the leg. In fact, you name one now. Where do you want it?
Heart.
Heart. Straight through the heart. Look at that. We'll go the other eye this time. Every single one. Somehow a sword fits straight through it. Yet there's a solid plastic man in there. Honestly, I've done this maybe 10 times now. I still don't know how it works. Every single sword fits through. Check that out. You can see them in the bottom there. Look, if I push them all up, they all go up. Every single one. But watch, I'll take them all out now. Take out every single one. And somehow, you're not going to believe this, guys. I'll take off the clips. There's 1. There's 2. The man's in there solid. Someone explain. I'm baffled.